Hello everyone, welcome my channel. I hope you had a wonderful day. Please like and subscribe to the video before we begin. Claire tells Kyle at Society that she believes he will enjoy her thoughts. She loves to surprise Kyle. It's about something they've already talked about, she explains. I'd like to live with you, Kyle. She asks him whether he still wants that, observing his expression. Yes, of course I want to live with you, stutters Kyle. Are you certain about this? She gives him a kiss to demonstrate her confidence. Kyle needs to know why this decision was made so quickly. Claire discussed it with her grandmother and mother. How will Victor feel about us moving in together? Kyle asks. It will demonstrate to him how serious she is about a future with him, according to Claire. Kyle does not believe that moving in with him is to prove a point to Victor, but he believes it may be more important than she realizes. He knows she loves him, but moving in and being together cannot be about Victor or the Newmans. Claire refused to let go of Jordan's power so that someone else could tell her who she could love. Kyle realizes she said love. Claire used that word since it was exactly what she intended to say. I am saying that I'm falling in love with you. Standing up, Kyle asks if she's sure. Claire says she's as sure as someone who's never been in love before can be. Kyle asks how she knows it's the real thing. She knows she loves him because her heart skips a beat when she sees him, and it hurts a little every time she leaves him. She thinks the annoying things he does are sweet, like when he snores like the whistle of a train. Claire goes on that when she hears a love song or a romantic scene in a movie, she thinks about him. Kyle doesn't know what to say. He loves her. I really do, she cries. Claire hopes he didn't feel he had to say it back. Kyle says not at all. He'll say it over and over again. They kiss. Claire sees the way he looks at her. She smiles. So, where do you want to live? Kyle says, anywhere with you. They discuss an apartment with a bedroom for Harrison. Kyle assures her he loves her almost as much as he does. Kyle warns her grandfather won't back down. She's confident she will change his mind in time. Kyle thinks she's being naive when it comes to Victor. Claire is sure he'll see how happy he makes her. He was fine when Kyle was with Summer. Claire tells her she's nothing like Summer. You're new to this, so it's going to make Victor more protective. Claire sees the way Victor looks at her grandmother. It's the same way he looks at her. That's how she knows she can get him to understand how she's feeling, and that he can do nothing to stop her from being with Kyle. He thinks this sounds like quite a challenge. Claire is willing to fight for the people she loves, and he is one of those people. Kyle jokes that they shouldn't expect a housewarming gift from Victor. They express their love again and kiss. At the club, Billy insists to Phyllis that Sally can stay while they talk. He asks if Daniel is in or out. Phyllis says he's in. He's having a moment. She needs his help to get him all the way there. Billy says that's a problem. I can't do that. He listened to everything Daniel had to say. Sally thinks he made it clear how he feels. Phyllis argues that Daniel doesn't know how he feels. He's lost. This is her son, and Billy's a dad. He would never abandon his son in an emotional crisis. So why would he do it to her? Please tell me that you're not going to shut us out. Billy's not sure that Daniel needs this just because Phyllis does. He recalls that when he lost Delia, he lost motivation for everything in life. He has to say no because Daniel needs to grieve on his own. She needs to let him handle this his own way. Phyllis reminds Billy that the only thing she asked for was for her son to be a part of this too. Billy points out he's not ready to commit to the company. He asks what this means for her. If Daniel's out, are you still in? Phyllis clarifies she is not giving him an ultimatum. Billy has sympathy for Daniel, but forcing him into a situation he doesn't want to be in isn't right. It's not her call to make. You need to take a step back and you need to let him grieve in his way. She needs to tell him now if she's in or if he's looking for a new second in command. Phyllis complains that Sally is sitting there judging her. She guesses she hates that she's working with Billy and sees her as a threat. She knows she's whispering in his ear behind her back. Billy says Sally has nothing to do with this. Phyllis asks, then why is she here? Billy warns Phyllis that trying to tell everyone what to do isn't serving her. Phyllis asks why Sally is part of their business. Billy warns she's close to crossing the line. Sally tells Phyllis she wants the best for Billy. He asks again, if Phyllis is joining Abbott Communications. She erupts over him, pressuring her, but ultimately says she's in. She wants this for her and for her son. Are you just going to help me or not? Billy's happy she's committed to the company. He'll maybe still bring Daniel on if he can find his focus. Phyllis accepts this. I'd ready. Billy knows how valuable she is, but he may not bring Daniel on board if he's not fully committed. Phyllis assures him she'll give the company 5,000%. He'll never find anyone who will work harder than she does. She tells him to give her a call and takes off. Billy tells Sally, don't say it. Sally has to. Sometimes you are way too nice for your own good. Billy doesn't think he was being overly nice, but Phyllis and Daniel have been through a lot. He has sympathy for their situation. He apologizes for her taking her frustration out on Sally, who says the woman doesn't scare her. She just hopes Billy's not caught off guard when Phyllis forces him to bring Daniel on when he's not ready. Billy trusts his girlfriend and wants her opinion. Give it to me straight. Sally tells him this is a disaster waiting to happen. She warns he should cut Phyllis loose now before she does anything to destroy Abbott Communications. At Crimson Lights, Daniel tells Tessa he has no idea what he wants. He hit the pause button on life, and everyone is expecting him to just jump right in. Tessa laments that he's had a tough year. Daniel thinks he's been in denial about Heather's death. She's gone. Tessa puts her hand on his. Bringing over bunny cookies, Tessa makes Daniel eat one. He's surprised at how delicious they are and jokes about eating his feelings. Tessa won't let him cover up his emotion with humor. She'll listen, and if there's anything she can do to help, I'm all ears. She holds up the bunny ears. Turning serious, Daniel admits he has no idea what's next for him. He's stuck and doesn't see a path forward. Heather always knew what came next. Just when they were finding their footing, she was taken away from him. Now he's forced to be the person who knows what's next. His mom and Lucy need him to put up a strong front. Tessa assures him he's making sense. Daniel wanted to explain this to his mother and Billy, but he didn't think they'd hear him. He confides that he backed out of the company. I'm just not ready. He knows how badly Phyllis wants this. He doesn't want to keep her from it because he can't figure out what he wants. Daniel admits that he was thrilled to be working alongside his mother once more. She exudes a certain intensity. Since she is preoccupied with Daniel, he didn't want her to deny herself this. Phyllis will be well, according to Tessa. He must quit thinking about maintaining his composure for other people. He might have to collapse. Daniel's creativity is stuck. Although he has been there before, it has never been this horrible. Tessa has visited his location numerous times. She shifted her viewpoint and ventured beyond her comfort zone. How did she do it? He asks. Tessa tells Daniel that when she couldn't create a psalm during a difficult time with her sister and couldn't pick up her instrument, she took up the harmonica. They chuckle as she retrieves it from her purse. She was feeling the blues, so she started playing them. It shifted her viewpoint and led her to a more hopeful outlook. Daniel reassures her that this isn't ridiculous. She tells him he has to create his own path and advises him to think outside the box and take an unexpected turn. Is there anything he hasn't had time for? He thinks he has a solution, but he'll need her aid. Tessa tells Daniel she's up for the challenge as Phyllis walks in. She wants to talk to her son alone, but Daniel asks her for some time to figure this out on her own. He admits he just asked Tessa to help her. Phyllis is offended that he wouldn't take her help. Daniel asks her not to make the goal of this competition is to fix him. He requests time to work this out on his own. All Phyllis wants him to know is that he can reach her at any time of day. Daniel is aware. She leaves after he gives her a hug. Tessa is sympathetic to Phyllis. I am a mother. She would find it difficult to let go if her child was in pain. She didn't need to go out of her way to persuade Daniel to join Abbott Communications. He simply needed. Thank you for watching the video. Please continue to follow and subscribe to my USR Media channel.